The second is this pair of honeycomb tumblers. They might not look like anything special, but the glass has a bit of a green tint. If you're subscribed to my channel, you can probably guess what I'm going to do next.
Hello everyone, it's Tiffany with Thrifting Vegas. I shop at thrift stores, estate sales, garage sales and discount stores for items I can resell for profit on online platforms like eBay, Poshmark and OfferUp.
It's a little bit cloudy today here in Vegas, but it's quite warm. 68 degrees here at 2:24. We are headed to one of my favorite Goodwills on Cheyenne and Rainbow. Fingers crossed for some good finds. I'll see you there. We are here at the Rainbow Cheyenne Goodwill, and last week when I was here I was lucky enough to find a set of 7 Caldwell glass tumblers from the 1960s. They're absolutely amazing, and I have my fingers crossed that there is one more straggler on the shelf to make me a set of 8. Let's go inside and see if we can find it. Let's go thrifting. We're walking up and I have to remember to have a look and see what the brand new color of the week is. I'm peering through the window. It looks like it is green today. 50% off, all green tags. Let's go inside. Let's grab a cart. And if you're subscribed to my channel, you'll know that as I take you back with me to the hard goods section, which is in the very back of the store in this Goodwill. Let's try this one. I like to answer a question that I receive in the comments section of my videos. I get this one all the time. How do I start a reselling business? I go into my thrift store and I'm so overwhelmed. I don't know what to look at. I don't know what to buy. My best advice, if you want to try reselling, is to start in your home. We all have items that we no longer want or need, but it's the perfect way to start. You can try your hand at selling different items, clothes, hard goods, appliances, electronics, and see which ones are fun for you, which ones you enjoy, and which ones you don't. You can find out a lot about your future business by selling things you already own. As you probably know, my heart is right here in the hard goods section. Vintage pieces, interesting pieces. Look at these acorns. These are definitely modern, not especially good quality. And for those reasons, I am going to leave these on the shelf. Right next to them, however, is an amazing piece. Look at this. It's chalkware. And it looks like a Victorian gentleman. I think it's German. He's feeding the birds. Only $2. The colors are amazing. Look at that. Let's pop it back for a second because we need to get my Thrifting Vegas blanket situated in the cart. I've got my reusable shopping bags as well. So let's get that done. We're all set, so let's keep going. Oh, look at her. This is a party light piece. She's a little fairy. Looks like she's blowing fairy dust. It would be lovely with a candle in it. She is $6, but I think there's room enough profit for me to pick her up. What else do we have here? A basket. Little Hear No Evil monkey. This is quite pretty. I believe it's a modern piece, but dolphins are good subject matter. Let's get this girl in the cart so she doesn't get damaged. There we go. And we'll have a look at this dolphin. The first thing I'm going to do is check him for damage. Oh, and I do feel a little rough spot on his fin there. He is quite nice though. Out of interest, I'm going to pop him in the cart for $4, and look him up on eBay just to see how much he goes for in perfect condition. That way I learn the next time I find one in good condition whether or not he's worth picking up. There's a couple of aperitif glasses here. Unfortunately, one is broken at the stem, so we'll leave those. Little modern bottle. Somebody's stained glass project. An etched candle holder. A house is not a home without a dog. Coasters. Sadly, those aren't very good quality ones and they chip and break ever so easily, so we'll leave those. Some lightweight plastic pumpkins. Another decorative bottle there. Those are sort of home goods or Michael's pieces, purely for display, not old at all. Here's a trio of owls. Again, not a very good quality piece, so we'll leave it. It's a little abstract chick bowl. And some plates. That one looks like Mikasa there. Yeah, $3 on the Mikasa plate. As you know, I'm not ever such a big fan of shipping plates, so we'll leave that. This poor little unicorn's been glued quite crudely. There's some glue oozing out of the bottom there. We're going to leave him and move on. Down here is a Christmassy baker for $5. That looks like a bicentennial plate. Collector plates aren't my thing either. They don't do very well for me, so we're going to leave that on the shelf as well. It looks like somebody had some folding fun with this hymn book. Actually, this is really good. It looks like a tree. Let me stand it up. You could have this as part of a Christmas display, couldn't you? It looks just like a tree. It really is quite fun. I would never have thought of doing that. And the little notes look like the branches. Glasses, more plates. Let's see. Oh, look, here's a vintage little kitten. These guys sell really, really well for me. They are project pieces from the 60s and 70s. I love his little eyelashes. Let's pop him in the cart. The mugs. Little Christmas, mini Christmas tree decorations, those. Little signs with ribbons. $2.99. Some Eastery bits, little eggs in a carton. Oh, I do like this. Not ever so fond of the bright yellow, but it could be repainted. It's just a nice ceramic egg. It's only 69 cents, and you could absolutely paint this. I'd probably do it to make it a little more realistic. Maybe an off-white with some speckles. This is a brand that sells well for me, provided I can get it at a price that works for resale. It's Willow Tree by Dem Darko. This girl is only $2, the Angel of Learning, so let's grab her. I think this display is Teleflora. Not ever so exciting, so we will leave that. Lots of clear glass. It's a little Christmas tree bell here. For some reason, bells don't sell that well for me, and that one's ever so thin. So I'm going to leave that for somebody else. If you're enjoying the video, it would mean the world to me if you could give it a thumbs up, drop a comment below, and subscribe to my channel with the little red button in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen. More plates, quite pretty roses on that one. Here's a basket weave pot. Looks a little bit like a longer burger, but the quality just isn't there. The base of a butter dish. More bowls. that lid doesn't go to that bowl, unfortunately. Oh, this is lovely. Look at this pottery piece. This is artisan made. I think it is a wax warmer. Alan? Is that Alan Burton? I love the drip blue on the black there with those swirls. So for $5, let's rescue that piece. Find a spot for it in the cart. Very manky, does need a good wash, but I'm sure it will come up beautifully. Let's keep going. Oh goodness, I'm such a sucker for vintage amber glass. It's $3.99 green tag on sale, so only $2 on the beautiful vintage piece. I just can't help myself. This is so lovely. It would work for Easter eggs, Easter candy, and then again at fall time with some pumpkins in it. Ah, look at that color. It's just gorgeous. We'll keep going. We'll look at this pedestal back here. Those are those apples. 4 of them still here. I think this is a Target piece. Yes. Inexpensive Target pedestal, but again would be great for a riser in your bathroom, something to put an Easter display on. Got some salt and peppers here, cruets, all sorts of clear glass. Constantly checking for sterling silver when I'm scanning the shelves. Really pretty etched plate. They're asking $5 on that. Though it's gorgeous, I can't really make that work for resale. However, if it was a color other than clear, I would probably grab it. It's another pretty one there. This I feel is more modern because of the weight. Another frame that matches the one we saw earlier. Here we have a lovely vintage glass pumpkin, $8. A little spendy on that, but I love these, as you know. I have several of my own and they sell well for me. So let's pop that into our cart. There we go. And keep going. Moving into the Easter. Look at this. I just said that bells don't sell too well for me, but this one is fantastic. It's an artisan pottery piece. Look at the beautiful yellow and green on that. It's $4. Love it. Let's definitely pop that in the cart. Some Christmassy bits mixed in here. Penguin tags. Gorgeous Japanese bird artwork, but sadly he is very damaged. He looks like he's been smashed to bits and repaired in several places. Here, quite a few of you yelled at me for not grabbing Santa with his woodland friends stacked on his head here, the owl and the hedgehog and the little bird. So this time, let's take him. Really lovely, fun Christmas piece. It's a little jewelry box there. What else can we find? If you're looking for an ashtray for one reason or another, this Goodwill has you covered. That's a modern tray. Let's see. More Eastery bits. These look like big lots, bunnies. Some Valentines, 4th of July and Thanksgiving and fall all mixed in. Oh, look at these. These are fun for Easter. You could put these in a bowl or even hang them on a tree. I was just saying how you could pop some Easter eggs into that lovely amber bowl. Got quite a mixture here. Some of them look to be hand painted with chicks and bunnies, and the others have patterns on them. I think some are ceramic and some might be either glass or plastic, I'm not sure, but we'll grab those for Easter coming up. Stacks here. Oh, here's a bunny. He has a massive chip on his ear, sadly. That's such a shame. I don't think he's Fitz and Floyd, although he's in that style. There's the chip. Ah, that hurts me, but I think I'm going to leave him on the shelf. What else? Oh, look, here's the Speak No Evil monkey. Let's pop him in the cart and put him back over with his friend over there. This is Party Light, I think. Christmas piece. I think that's only about a $15 to $20 item, so I'm going to leave that. Here we are in the wood and baskets, plaques and signs. This girl looks like Willow Tree, but unfortunately she is very damaged. Her skirt is ripped and I don't think that is repairable. Vintage Seagull. What's that say? Happy Campers. Little giraffes, ladybugs. Always pull things out and pick them up. Move things around so you don't miss anything that might be hidden under a stack. What's that? Beware of dog kisses. So that's lovely. Very appropriate for our house. Oh, they are asking $4 on that though. Don't think that will work for resale. So we'll leave it for somebody else and keep going. Pinboards and hooks. Trays and organizers. What's that? I think that's a tray. Could be used as a riser. This is a little, like a violin wall shelf. It's quite damaged at the top though, sadly, so we'll leave that. It's a big J. Jake has one of these for his room already. Oh, look at this. This is a beautiful turned wooden nut bowl. I think it's teak. It's $4. The holes are for your nutcracker and nut picks. I actually think I have a spare cracker at home that I could pop in there, so we'll grab that. What else do we have? This is a reproduction of a labeled guitar. If that was an original piece, I would definitely pick it up, but it's just made to look old. What else can we find here? These beaded seat covers were quite popular at one time, but they're ever so heavy to ship. So I'm not going to grab that. Let's see. This star looks like a Hobby Lobby piece. Just can't make the price work on most of those. School bus bookend. More frames. Little cards, letters. That is sadly damaged. Lovely piece of chalkware though. I love the little birds. Look at their faces. Such a shame. I see a new cart being wheeled across in front of me there, so we will definitely check that out. That's fun. I have so much art at the moment, covering the walls of my booth at 1401 North Decatur Good Stuff Thrift Store. I don't need any more art at the moment, so we'll leave that on the shelf. Lots and lots of signs, plaques, frames. It's Wonder Woman down there. Lots and lots of frames. There is a flag display. Oh, look at this. These sell ever so well for me. It's a caddy, vintage caddy for silverware and napkins. These work really, really well if you're dining outside. $6. That is a bit steep, but I still think I can make it work. No damage to the ceramic. The wood's in good condition. We'll take that. This poor elephant is missing an ear. Very sad. Little puzzle. More plaques. Totally hot. It looks like a cross stitch that hasn't been completed. That's interesting. Lots and lots of baskets. What's this? Piece of artwork. It's nicely finished on the back. Just a print. Vintage print of an old gate. Let's keep going on the shelf. I see Disney princesses and characters here in front of the castle. This is a picture frame. These can do quite well depending on age and origin. It looks like this one is from the Disney parks. There's an awful lot going on here, but we'll pop that in the cart. What else can we find? Mirrors. Little signs there. Lots of pictures over here today. Little jar lids. More canvases. Oh, look at this fellow. He's an elephant. How interesting. I'm not really sure what he's made of. Is he paper mache? He looks to be vintage. He's $8. Everything's intact, I think. He is super cute, isn't he? On a wood plaque for mounting on the wall. The wood has a few scuffs on it, but I don't think that matters. It just adds to the charm of the piece. Let's definitely grab him. And we'll look around to see if there might be more. It would be fun to have a couple of different animals in a grouping, wouldn't it? Maybe a rhino and a tiger. Here's a nice vintage piece, the 10 Commandments on brass, mounted onto a solid wood plaque. I love the way the edges are curled over to look like an actual old scroll. Let's definitely pop that in the cart. A really big mirror. This is an interesting basket. It's really flat. I'm not ever so sure what you'd use that for. If you know, can you leave me a comment? That's quite interesting. Keep going. More signs, box and frames. I wasn't able to find the See No Evil monkey to complete the set, so I'm going to put Speak up here with his friend here, and hopefully C will show up and all three can go home together. Here we are in the vases, planters and florals. Having a look to see what we can find. Lots of florist pieces as usual. I recently had somebody ask me what a florist piece is, and it's simply the vessel or container that you get when you buy or receive a bouquet or an arrangement of flowers. Very often clear, usually relatively inexpensive. This one is pretty, but sadly it has some damage and loss to the paint there, and it's $8. More florist pieces, these square ceramics and clear vases. Ooh, these are iridescent, but I think these are candle holders. They are. This purple one is very pretty, lovely color, but still a relatively inexpensive piece, quite common, nothing vintage or rare. Some more planters down here, square one, also a florist piece. Oh, this is pretty. Oh, very lightweight though. I was expecting it to be heavier. Look at this gorgeous basket. It's so woodsy. It has sort of a fairyland feel to it. Let's absolutely get that. I love it. It's a mug, a little candle tray. This is a pretty vase. That is, I believe, a Target threshold piece. More glass. Ooh, this has a Vidrio San Miguel look, but as I pick it up, it's very lightweight, not recycled glass, so we will leave it. Quite a nice little picture here. This, I believe, is just made to look old, mass-produced. It is a pretty blue, and I like the design, but I don't believe that is vintage. Silk plants and arrangements up here. Oh, this, I believe, is Treasure Craft. It's a canister, missing its lid. Sienna, I believe that says. Somebody else has already peeled that label. It is Treasure Craft, $4, just the one piece, no lid. I'll keep an eye out in the Kitchen Bits section for more pieces, but this design doesn't sell nearly as well as their drip glaze style, so I think I'm going to leave it where it is. I just looked down into my cart and saw how lovely these Easter eggs would be either in the green woodsy basket we found or in the amber dish that's underneath it. Look at that, so Eastery. We've got one more shelf of florals, and then it morphs into the wire and the metals. Here's a little cow planter. I think this is a threshold piece. He is at $5, and that doesn't leave me much room for resale. So we will leave him for somebody else and keep going. A collection of plastic plants here. I think these might be big lots. This is a lavender, some succulents as well. What else have we got? This almost looks like a fish tank plant. Little drip glaze pot. That's just made to look old, I think. This one is possibly IKEA. We'll keep going. Some wreaths. It's a Day of the Dead wreath. Sunflowers. More baskets. Racks. Here are the metals. Oh, look at this. This looks like an automatic Christmas tree on off, which I really could use. So I think I'm going to grab this piece for me. Looks like you can set a timer and have your tree lights go on and off automatically, which is a really nice thing. So you don't have to scramble over stuff to unplug the tree. Oh, look at these ladies. They're fun. 2 little friends for the garden. $4. These are so whimsical. I absolutely love these. Love their little dungarees and the bonnets and bows. We'll take those as well. Silver tone metals here. There's a goblet. Big basket. That would be good for potatoes or onions, wouldn't it? Lots of lids. Candelabra up there. Making our way into the gold tone, black tone, and colored metals. Keeping an eye out for big picture frame stands. That's not especially good quality, otherwise I would grab that. Metal paperweights are always good sellers, bread and butter sellers. Sell quite well for me all year long. Not really sure what that is, possibly a candle holder. Wall sconces. Lots of wine racks. Wall decor. It's another mug tree. Not very good quality though, so I'm going to leave that one. It's a little quail painting on wood. Somebody's project, I think. Desk organizers, some tins. Oh, this has Gryffindor on. This is a Harry Potter piece. I think it originally held a knife for a letter opener. Peanut butter puffs. Vintage tins sell really well for me. This is a lovely design. Street scenes here, so we'll grab that. There's a shell here for $3. Sadly, it's quite broken on the end, so I'm going to leave it. Trash cans. This looks like a food warmer. More tins. Looks like a candle in there. Yes. Looks like the wax from the candle has melted, so we'll leave that. Christmas bits. There's a couple of boxes. This, I think, holds a cross, a metal cross. This one is an ornament. Here we are in the mug section, and I've spotted a couple of things I want to take a look at, neither of which are mugs. The first is this lovely little trinket box, 2 little bears with pink flowers and leaves. I love the pastel colours. It's only 99 cents. The second is this pair of honeycomb tumblers. They might not look like anything special, but the glass has a bit of a green tint. If you're subscribed to my channel, you can probably guess what I'm going to do next. I've got my little pocket blacklight out and I'm shining it on the glass to see if it glows. The reason some vintage glasses glow is because they contain uranium. And not enough to be dangerous, but the radioactivity of the small percentage is what makes the glass glow. Can you see? I've put it down on this bottom shelf here in a bit of a shadow. And you can see that uranium glowing. Let's try the other one as well. Can you see that? In a dark room, that green would really, really glow. At 99 cents a piece. Let's absolutely pop these in the cart. Uranium glass is really, really trendy at the moment. Lots of people have a blacklight display cabinet to make their uranium glass collection fluoresce all the time. We'll keep going in the mugs to see if there's anything else worth picking up. It's a stripy mug. I think that is Voltsgraph. Let's see. All sorts of shapes and sizes. This one is well used. Look at that spoon stir mark in the bottom there. Somebody had lots and lots of cuppers. Cuppa is an English cup of tea. These are interesting. They are personalised. They're made to look like the old Dorothy Thorpes. But they are modern. Some Christmas snowmen. Over here is a huge oversized Mickey Mouse mug. That's lovely. He is really fun. Oh, and he is $10. That's right about retail, so that won't work for me for resale. Here's a vintage style Threshold by Target coffee pot. Lots and lots of glass cups on the bottom shelf there. And a gnome mug. This is a bit worse for wear. Looks like it's been through the dishwasher, unfortunately. Ooh, up here I have noticed what looks like a Wilton Sesame Street muffin pan or mold. Big Bird and Cookie Monster faces. I'm going to pop this in the cart and look and see what it's going for on eBay. I've just noticed a brand new cart wheeled out, and I also noticed on the shelf a Culver glass in the same pattern as the set I picked up last time. This does look like it has some wear, but I'm going to grab it anyway. Just scanning the shelves here for any more of the Culver pieces. I'm wondering if that the lonely glass was left because of the fact that it is in a bit of a rough condition. Over here I have spotted Peanuts. Here is Snoopy on this one and Lucy on the other one. They are $3, but I have a feeling that these are quite collectible, so these are coming with us. Just having a look to see if there might be any more, because I think they originally came in a set of 4. Let's pop these in the cart for now and have a look at that new cart of treasures they just wheeled out. On the way over, I just happened to glance down and saw this little Federal shot glass. I have one of these in my inventory with a pink bottom. Just zooming in so you can see the shield with the F in the middle. Federal glass. Let's grab this for 69 cents. I just found this Pioneer Woman cookie jar in the new cart. This is Charlie. He's a basset hound. My son Jake loves her. Children's books about her dogs. We'll pop him in the cart for $8. And let's have a peek and see what else we can find here. Trying to stay out of their way as they put things out on the shelves. Look at these brass and glass coffee mugs. They're lovely. There's 2 here. Let's pop these into the cart and see if we can find any more. I'm here in the plates and bowls aisle and noticed a pair of Haviland Limoges butterfly plates for $3. The butterflies are painted. I don't know if you can see. It's almost a Moriarty raised paint there. The bottom one does have a chip right there on the side, but $3 is an excellent price for even one of these. They are just lovely. Let's pop those in the cart and see what else we can find. This is a lovely piece of pottery. It's a soup bowl for $2. Artisan piece. I would love it if I could find another one to make a pair. Let's see. All sorts of sets, plates, bowls and dishes, different styles, different periods. This looks like some restaurant ware. I believe it's Japanese. It's a divided plate. Really quite heavy. I'm going to use my Google lens just to look this up and see if I can get a value on it. It's one I haven't seen before. There we go. I'm going to take a picture with Google Lens and see if it comes up with any results for me. Similar pieces. Not seeing anything that matches exactly. Let's add in Japan to help with the search. Not seeing anything, so I think we will leave that on the shelf. Here is a lovely Easter bunny. This is by Max Serra. Unfortunately, don't know if you can see, but it's got some extreme crazing on it. It's $4 and not an old piece. So because of that, we are going to leave it on the shelf. We'll keep going here. Plates and saucers. Little starfish, that is plastic. On the end here is a little Hummel trinket box. It's porcelain, $1.99, a little girl with an umbrella, absolutely lovely and perfect for one of my upcoming whatnot sales. Way up here are some Sango stone plates. Looks like somebody changed their mind on those. Not worth ever such a lot and pretty heavy, so not something I would really want to ship. The profit is just not there for those. All sorts of jars and containers here. Star Trek mug sadly is broken at the handle. These are lovely. Royal Doulton bowls, some little cereal bowls and salad bowls. Let's definitely grab those. At this stage, I think we might need to pop them underneath the cart very carefully. Let's make sure they're secure and they're not going to shake out. Coffee carafes. There's a mirror down there. All sorts of bits. Little shell dish. Not marked. Lids and canisters. There's a massive syrup jug. That's making me want pancakes. More plates over here. Restaurant ware. Seems to be the day for restaurant ware. Fruit pitcher. There's another matching one up on this shelf. Quite lightweight. Probably a Big Lots piece. Lots of tart baking pans. Little divided dish. More plates and bowls. Keeping an eye out for the treasure craft canisters or lids. Nothing yet. Here is a set of Starbucks collector plates. Sadly, these don't do as well as the mugs do, and they are $10, so I'm going to leave those. Checking up on the top shelf. We'll keep going here. Spaghetti jars. That's a fun teapot. Sadly missing its head, which is the lid. Another piece missing a lid possibly, or is it just a pitcher? It's very chipped around the edge though, unfortunately. Nesting bowls. Just checking that to see if it glows. It does have a green tint, but not uranium glass. It's a vintage reamer. No glow. I think this boot is a project piece. Is it a vase? It is quite fun. All sorts of different kitchen-y bits here. Made in China jug. Another one there. More coffee carafes. Canisters. And travel tumblers. I just turned around in this aisle to see this amazing brass bookend. It's a duck, has a felt bottom. There's just one, but single bookends are quite popular now. People use them just to prop up one end of books or as a display. I always like to check the shelves for a second time before I leave, and I'm so glad I did. Look at these lovely Peruvian ladies. So much work goes into these figures. So we are going to grab these for $2 a piece. Just glanced down into my cart at my Disney frame and noticed not only is there a piece missing at the top, but poor Cinderella has lost her head. Here we are in the frames section. The small frames are first. Back here is a vintage framed piece of Hawaii. Look at those amazing colors. Pan American. Let's grab that. Over here is a lovely frame. It's really nice quality, that. It's a Natalini. We'll take that as well. Keep going. Making our way into the larger pieces of art. I've spotted a piece over here that from a distance it looks like crewel or embroidery, but close up it is actually just a print. Very pretty though. More prints and modern canvases. I just got an alert on my phone that my friend Kat, the nurse flipper, is live with Rod, and my friends Sunny, Las Vegas, and Dominic, Primetime Treasure Hunter. Kat's Tuesday night reseller live show. So I am going to have a quick peek in the furniture because, as you know, I'm still on the hunt for a vintage vanity stool for my bathroom. Nothing here today. Let's call it a night. If you would like to purchase an item you see in my haul, please email me at thriftingvegas.tiffany@gmail.com. Please include your name, your address, the item, and the price I mention. If it's available, I will send you an emailed invoice. Here on my counter is everything we found at Goodwill. Do you remember this little red box from Marshall Fields? Well, I decided to grab it sight unseen and have a surprise opening it. And it turned out to be this lovely brass gold-plated Chicago skyline Christmas ornament. It's absolutely lovely. It has a candle and ribbon and holly berries in the front in its original box. It does have Goodwill tape on it. I haven't attempted to remove it. I just sliced it with scissors to open it up. I paid up for it. I paid $6 for it, but I value it $25 to $30. Here we have our gorgeous chalkware Victorian gentleman feeding the birds. My favorite thing about this piece is the color palette. I absolutely love his gold trim, the green grass and the blue sky. There is a teeny tiny bit of paint loss, damage to the tree, if it will focus. It wants to focus on the next thing. On his cuff there a little bit, and the tree does have a little bit of damage. It absolutely does not want to focus, but you can see it there. Just a little bit of age. I paid $2 for it, and I am going to ask $15 to start. This piece I recognized immediately. It's a nut dish. It's hand turned. You can tell by the hole in the bottom there, and it's made of rustic oak, says the sticker. It was $4. Absolutely gorgeous piece. These holes are for a metal nutcracker and nut picks there, and those are really easy to find. I actually think I have a spare nutcracker somewhere in my inventory. So that's gorgeous. I am going to ask $18 to start with that. Here we have a gorgeous vintage tin. It's Peanut Butter Puffs by Whitman. And it's decorated with some amazing street scenes here. The tin is from Pennsylvania, and I would guess that these are Pennsylvania scenes. There's the bottom. It's definitely in vintage condition here. I paid 99 cents for it, and I am going to ask $15 to start. I think this guy is my favorite find of the day. I haven't been able to find anything similar online. So I think he might be a project piece. Really, really nicely done. I still can't work out what he's made of. I think a resin composite made to look like stone. He's absolutely fantastic. The detail on him is incredible. He's mounted to this wood, definitely vintage. I paid $8 for him, and I am going to let those of you who have interest in him send your offers in. Back here we have a lovely, lovely picture frame. The brand is Natalini, made in Italy. I don't often pick up picture frames, but this brand sells ever so well for me. I paid $2, and I am going to ask $15 to start. Next we have a gorgeous vintage amber glass bowl. I love the swirl design of it. I've popped in some of the hand-painted eggs with bunnies and ducks. These are actually plastic. You can display them in a bowl like this, or you could actually hang them on a little Easter tree. In there also were these vintage little pipe cleaner chicks, 2 little pink ones. Those are lovely. I paid $2 on the bowl. I shall ask $20 to start on that. And if you would like the eggs included, I would throw them in, or separately if you want to send me an offer. Back here we have our Santa Claus with woodland friends, an owl, a hedgehog, and a cardinal. Many of you sent a message saying if I would go back and pick this up, you would be interested in purchasing it. I paid $5 for it, and I should ask $25 to start. Back here is our lovely vintage 10 Commandments plaque. It is brass, made to look like a scroll, mounted on solid wood. Absolutely lovely vintage piece. Let's see, I just paid $2 for that. It does have a hook for hanging, and I shall ask $20 to start. Another super vintage piece here. Look at the colors on this Hawaii ad for Pan American. Pan American World Airways, not in existence anymore. We've got some flying fish and a surfer, some sailboats in the background, and the cliffs of Hawaii. Just lovely. Here is the vintage frame. $2 on that, and I shall ask $18. If anyone is familiar with the Pioneer Woman, you'll know that she loves dogs. This is her Basset Hound Charlie. He is a cookie jar. He's just lovely. I was lucky enough to spot him in the new cart they wheeled out. My favorite thing is his little freckles. He's got freckles on his nose and on his chest here. Let's see, I paid $8 for Charlie, and I am going to ask $25 to start. This is another lovely vintage piece. The plaque is ceramic and it's mounted onto the wood of the utensil holder. It's made by Pomerantz. I paid $6 on it. These are lovely on your kitchen table for napkins and silverware, or if you're taking a meal outside. It does have a little something going on there, just a little teeny chip in the wood. My camera is not cooperating today. Let's zoomy. There. I don't know whether that is a manufacturer error where the wood has come away a bit. Really not ever so noticeable. It is a lovely piece. No damage to the ceramic at all. I am going to ask $20 on that to start. I was thrilled to see this duck in the miscellaneous crafty section. It was such a surprise. He's just lovely. Single bookends are very popular at the moment for just placing on a shelf or with just a stack of books to lean them up against one end of the side of your bookshelf. Super expression he has. He was $6 in the store, and I am going to ask $22 to start. Here we have a lovely couple of gardening friends here. Their little plaque says, "To the ends of the earth, forever friends." Really lovely for a windowsill or in your sunroom or garden. I paid $4 for these, and I am going to ask $20 to start. This is a artisan pottery piece. It's quite weighty. I love the design on the handle. It's signed Alan, and I can't make out his last name. It's Burns or Burley or not sure. It was $5. I believe what it is a wax warmer. You put your candle in here and your wax beads in the top. Lovely, lovely piece. And I shall ask $25 to start. I love ethnic pieces, and so much work goes into these little Peruvian dolls. The layers of clothing and the detail. This one has a raffia mat and some more fabric rolled up to look like mats that she's carrying on her back. And her lovely friend here also is carrying some pieces. They're mounted on a little wood square. I paid $2 each for these girls, and I'm going to ask $25 on the pair to start. Here we have our party light garden fairy. She's just gorgeous. She's blowing fairy dust, and the candle you put in here will be surrounded by roses. She's just lovely, holding a bouquet. I paid up a bit for her. She was $6, and I'm going to ask $25 to start. I was thrilled to find this willow tree Angel of Learning at such a good price, $2. They're usually about $5 to $10 at Goodwill. But she is a little ornament. You could hang her on your tree for Easter, or you could even take off her little hanger and just stand her up. I paid $2 for her, and I am going to ask $15. She is made by a really good company to look out for, Demdarko. They make lots of figurines and beautiful Christmas ornaments as well. So that's a Bolo Company Dem Darko. Over here are some lovely vintage coffee cups. They're glass with brass handles at the bottom here. A brass surround with a handle. The glass does not come out of the brass. It is permanently in there. But these are very, very mid-century. 3 of them. I paid 99 cents a piece for them. And I am going to ask $25 on the 3 to start. Harry Potter items sell so well for me, I couldn't leave this behind. I believe it originally held a knife letter opener, and I would guess that Goodwill just didn't want that on their shelf, so they removed it. It would probably be easy to find a replacement letter opener piece, or even a flag to pop in there if you are a Gryffindor Harry Potter fan. It's quite weighty, nice quality. This is solid metal. I paid $5 for it, and I shall ask $18 to start. Royal Doulton is one of my favourite companies. It's a British company, and they make superb quality pieces. This one is the Moselle collection, Royal Doulton, made in England, 1983. Pattern is Avignon. And I don't know if you can see, under the flowers is just sort of a raised up quilted pattern. The detail is absolutely gorgeous. And these bowls, I have dessert bowls, and would you call those salad bowls or cereal bowls, possibly? Fruit bowls and cereal bowls, maybe. These easily go for about $12 or more a piece. Everybody's favorite uranium glass. This pair does have some damage, as you can see, but at the moment it's very trendy to have a uranium glass display that has a permanent black light, and you could easily turn these in a way where the chipping isn't too noticeable. And as you saw in the store, they do light up beautifully. They were only 99 cents a piece, and I shall start these at $25 for the pair. This beautiful bell was just sitting on the shelf in the seasonal section. Absolutely love the detail of these flowers. They look like yellow pansies to me, one of my favorite flowers. Colors are gorgeous. It is a bell. I paid $3 for it. Oh, you know what is underneath that label? Looks like a creature. Is it a creature? Oh my goodness, is it really a cat? I think it is. It's a cat. How fantastic is that? Absolutely love that. I paid $3 on the bell, and I shall start the offers at $20. These little cats from the 70s sell ever so well for me. They are obviously project pieces, and somebody has painted the eyes. It was very, very popular to do these pieces in the 70s. Paint your own ceramics. It doesn't have a mark that I can see on here. I paid $3.99. These sell ever so well for me, and I'm going to start the offers at $18 on this fellow. In front here we have our little Federal glass shot glass, and I brought out the other one I have in my inventory, which has a pink base. I found this at least a year ago. You can see the F in the shield for Federal glass there. This one is pink, and the one I found on this trip is a clear one. I did test it under the black light. It doesn't glow, and I thought I would sell these as a pair. They were both 69 cents. I'm going to sell them as a pair for $18 to start. Who doesn't love Hummel pieces? Look at this little girl under her umbrella. The colors are fantastic. It's a trinket box with gold trim. You can see the Hummel signature there. I thought this would be a perfect item to have in my whatnot sale that I am going to start doing hopefully every Sunday coming soon. $2, and I expect to get $18 on her to start. Another trinket box, Little Bears. I'm not sure of the brand, possibly Boyd Bears, but this little couple is having a little kiss here with hearts and vines in the background. There's the bottom. It's a little tiny resin piece, gorgeous for a gift box if you're giving jewelry, or a little pin or pair of earrings in there would be perfect. Absolutely lovely. I believe I paid either 99 cents or $1.99 for this, and I am going to ask $15 to start. Over here we have our art pottery soup bowl. I was hoping to find another one matching, but the colors are lovely, sort of a rusty brown with a blue on there. I love the ridges. I love the handle, and the handle actually has a little hole in it. You could put a ribbon in there and hang it up as a display if you didn't want to use it. I paid $2 on the soup bowl, and I'm going to ask $15 to start. Last but not least, another favorite find, Haviland Limoges butterflies. There is the mark. Now, sadly, the plate underneath is chipped there, as you can see, and I just noticed the top one has a little scuff to the butterfly's wing, probably from the plates being stacked. Oh, that's lovely. When I zoom there, you can see the raised up paintwork on the butterfly's wings. Absolutely gorgeous there. Just gives them a sparkly sheen, like they're in flight. The little grasses are lovely too. I paid $3 for each of these, and even with the damage, I expect to get $12 to $15 a piece. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed my thrifting trip and the haul. If you're interested in anything you see here, please do send me an email, thriftingvegas.tiffany@gmail.com. Please include your name, your address, the item you're interested in, and your offer. And I will email you back if you're the highest offer I receive. Please don't forget that I'm going to be doing whatnot sales, hopefully every Sunday, starting soon. I'm aiming to start them at 2 o'clock Pacific time. If you're not signed up for whatnot, please use my code. I'll pop it on the screen here, and whatnot will give you $15 to spend on their site. Please stay tuned for some fun footage of another gorgeous piece of furniture that we found for our home, and of course some video of our dogs, Bear and Rio, hummingbirds and cats. Thank you again, and I'll see you next time. Bye! Our house has a sunken living room with a pass-through to the dining room, and we have a stone wall inset, as you can see, and I've been looking for months to try to find a piece of furniture to fit in here. It's an 11-foot space, And as you've probably heard me mention, our house has very little storage. So we were looking for about a 9-foot piece to pop in here to give us some storage for placemats and flatware for the dining table. And I finally found a piece on cherish.com. It took about 3 weeks to get here on a large truck from Texas, but it finally arrived. It's huge. It's about 9 feet. As you can see, mid-century. It's absolutely gorgeous. I have to show you the handles of these cupboards. They open like this, and here are all the drawers. The 4 white finished ones go in the center, and then there's 4 wood ones on either side. The other side is just like that. And Chris and I right now are going to move it into the space and see how it looks. Stand by. Rio. Rio. Rio, what you got? What you got? Oh, hey. Hey.